Unlike Paramount, who said, hey, we're losing money, we gotta do something. So what do? We say, fuck you to MTV News, which leads me to our feature story of the night.
Is that what
They kind of did. They kind of did. I mean, I was kind of shocked that MTV News was still going on, by the way, everybody. But when I first read this, I thought they were saying MTV and it was MTV News. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. But MTV News is going to be done, everybody, after 36 years. If you're still tuning in digitally to watch MTV, which apparently 6 million people monthly are watching this. So there's a lot of people still watching. Well, compared to it's more than I thought. It's more than I thought, but Paramount right now has been cutting because as we talked about, I think it was last week, about Paramount Plus has been losing money and they haven't been doing well. Top Gun Maverick was a huge hit for them, which was fantastic, but they're still hemorrhaging money. So this was something they said they had to get rid of. So this has been going on 36 years. When it first started back in 1987, Kurt Loder kicking some ass back then, being the man on the news, It was supposed to be an outlet for Gen X and older millennials, and it was supposed to be something that was not CNN, not Fox News, nothing like that. It was something to be for kids. And of course, MTV got music television. They were reporting with live for the younger generation. So they went on great. They had in 94, they even had Clinton on there one time where they had a town hall and they asked them boxers or briefs. And that was a huge thing. Everyone went nuts about it. And they started asking every president boxers or briefs on these it's so funny, right? And Clinton's like, why would they ask me that? Why would you ask me that? But apparently that was the thing. But, they tried to cover disaster, tried to cover pop culture, the Emmys, the Peabodys. And, their audience did grow. It grew big in the 90s. Then all of a sudden it started getting smaller and smaller in the 2000s. And 2023, they had a big, it started going down this year a lot. 2017, they started actually decreasing it. And then 23, they made it even smaller. And now they're saying goodbye. See you later, MTV News. And the spaceman will walk alone from now on himself out there in the world. But anyways, it was influential last time. MTV News is pretty big. It was a big pop culture news network. So what do we think about this? Mike, what do you think about this? Are you excited that MTV News is gone? Are you very sad?
I'm excited that they're gone. I like
people lost their jobs, Mike.
Side.
Yay!
And I like it, Sean.
Or are you sad that this is an end of an era for MTV?
Okay, MTV, the rise of the music video, I don't know. They had all kinds of great countercultural shit back in the day, but the point is, I can watch music videos on YouTube whenever I want. I don't have to wait until the once a year where they clear out the whole back catalog and wait until they hit the W's until Men Without Hats comes so I can watch the video for the safety dance like I got to one time a year. Sure, I could have recorded it on VHS, but I also got to see all the Weird Al videos are right in that same area.
So good.
In terms of the news, they also brought us very early.
When Kurt Cobain died, it was a huge thing. They were one of the first people to report on that too.
I'm thinking they were early on the reality train, right? So they're just not the only game in town for anything, including alternative news. And I think that as a news outlet, they probably really benefited from all the clout and just being nearby to music videos. And they're not next door to music videos anymore. I was doing a deep dive into Outkast music videos yesterday. Don't sleep on Outkast. Get back in there. That is good stuff. But it's not MTV News that's bringing it to you.
No, it's not. It's a different
Who's
day.
sleeping on Outkast?
Somebody is.
I was a little
Guaranteed.
bit for too long. I mean, but
oh man,
Big Boy and Andre, they're geniuses.
Hashtag don't
shake it
sleep.
like a Polaroid picture.
Truth.
Don't sleep on Outkast. Mike,
that was 20. Outkast, that was 20 years ago.
I know, it's grandpa music. It doesn't sound like grandpa music.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it does. Maybe that's what grandpa listens to now.
Maybe. Hey, we're not grandpa yet, and I feel like I used to listen to that in college.
Some of us are. I'm sure some people our age are grandparents, just to be fair.
Yeah. Where are you at, GR? Where are you at? Sean, what do you think about this?
Today.
I know he's not here. What do you think about MTV News coming to an end?
Mike has a question. Hold on. Rachel wants to know what your favorite Outkast video is, Mike.
Can't choose. Great question. Can't choose.
Okay,
Sean, you're Bombs Over Baghdad. That's my
bam. Sean chose for you.
That's a hell of a video. Anywho, Yeah, no, it's always sad when people lose their jobs and they close up shops, especially for a legacy brand like that. But really, I can't think of a way that they've really done anything for the brand like since like the aughts, early aughts. Like the last time MTV News was relevant was when I was on a college campus, and even then it was MTV College or whatever the hell they called it. Like I don't know what they were doing to even continue to use that IP or that brand, whatever. Like it just didn't happen. They could have easily transitioned into new media. They could have easily transitioned into things that were covering music adjacent news in a new different way. But to Mike's point, like competition rose up and did it better and badder than them, and so c'est la vie, Kurt Loder, I guess.
It seems like they were happy with the dinosaur, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Really quickly, in a presidential race, they had interviews, town halls with Bill Clinton, George Herbert Walker Bush, and Ross Perot on MTV. So they were very relevant as a news network.
And now we just have ridiculousness.
Yeah. For 33 seasons, 12 years nonstop. It is ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. And Chanel West Coast can go fuck herself. I can't.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much. But Kurt Loder also was a very reputable journalist for Rolling Stone before he came to MTV. The thing is that like big music stars didn't want to do interviews with MTV because the people were just like me or Brian or you or just showing up and being like, "Hey, Madonna, can you tell me why you're fucking the altar while you're doing like a virgin?" Like she didn't want to do that. Prince didn't want to do that. So they were like, let's get a reputable journalist who has a name. And they plucked Kurt Loder from Rolling Stone. And he did the one segment. It was like Week in Rock or The Week in Rock or something like that. And that was his, like, it started as like a news hour. And then it slowly escalated. And Mike, you had said before that they were on the kind of the beginning of reality TV, which is true. Like they sent people out to cover spring break. They had the beach house at MTV. I actually went with my brother and some friends. Like they did it out in the Hamptons. Boyz II Men performed. I was sitting in a lifeguard chair listening to Boyz II Men while MTV filmed Beach House. You know, like it was a huge thing when we were growing up. It was the first of its kind. You could watch music videos, you can get music news. It was centered around music. And even like the non-music shit was still relevant to like culture. Like they had the House of Fashion or with Cindy Crawford or what was that called?
House of Style or something?
House of Style, yes.
Think, yeah.
They had that and they had Liquid Television,
Get
which is where Beavis and Butthead was born.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Aeon
Like
Flux?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And like, so like they had these like the Week in Rock, like they started like they segued a little bit into like other programming, but it was still like relative to music and culture at the time. And even like Beavis and Butthead, very centered around music, that show initially, especially when it started. You know what I mean?
It was huge.
But it was also music related. You know, so everything that they did had like a hint of music to it. And then when they started like with the Real World bullshit and like all this other stuff, like it started to become less interesting as a music fan.
Well, that stuff had to be bringing in just bucket loads of money, like at the beginning.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And they needed to evolve. Yeah. They couldn't stay with that. As the brand was changing, they had to change too. You know, it just had to.
The other thing is, how do you make money when you're showing music videos all the time? There's no ad revenue. Ad revenue at all.
What do you think? Do you think that MTV in general is going to go downhill now? Is this just like a catalyst? Is this going to be the first thing? And then all of a sudden, like they're going to start getting rid of all their channels? MTV 5, 4, 3, 2, and then leave it to 1? I don't know. There's a million MTV channels out there. MTV Jams.
I didn't even know MTV still existed until this. So it's crazy to me. But I used to be an MTV junkie back in the day.
Oh, I think all of us were. I mean, who didn't race home to watch TRL or anything like that?
I loved TRL back in the day.
You know, like I used to be a very big fan of their Rockin' New Year's Eve thing. No, not Rockin' New Year's, but like the thing they did on New Year's
Carson
Eve,
Daly.
right?
Carson Daly.
Yeah, Carson Daly. And like, you know, like it used to just mean so much more than what it is now.
Now you get to see John Lemon drinking on New Year's Eve. Well, I guess not anymore.
Not anymore. He got fired.
Yeah, he's gone too. No one, flew too close to the sun, I guess, on that one.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like we used to always watch it, but then who's even thinking about MTV anymore these days? And so, like I said before, I was like, I was surprised this was still happening, but I was also like, well, it's an end of an era. It really is.
I used to watch it for hours, waiting for the video that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
like hours. I'd be like, and here it is. It would be like so exciting. Like I used to call radio stations for the song I liked. Like it was just a different time. Once YouTube came out, Mike, I believe you mentioned that earlier. Like once
Killed
YouTube
it.
came out, it rendered it obsolete for the music videos. So they tried
It's
to
so
evolve
much
into
better
something
now.
else. And
It's
it
so
just
much
didn't
better.
So much
work.
better.
Yeah, I'd rather just be able to watch when I want to watch when I can, as
But
opposed
also,
to
I will say this, like I listen to Pandora sometimes because like I will pick an artist that I like, and I have actually come to love several bands from listening to Pandora
You
because they
don't
suggest
discover that
music.
incidental stuff anymore. You're right.
Yeah,
There is
absolutely.
something else
It's
there.
just like I just pick what I like and listen to it, and it's like I want to discover new things, and so I not listening to the radio is great because you can listen to what you want. You don't have to have commercials and all this bullshit, but at the same time, you're not discovering new music, and that's kind of something that I really miss. Like I
but that's
miss
going away.
hearing something that I like and then looking and being like, oh, well, this is this person. Let me listen to their music. Let me listen to their album. So I do appreciate Pandora still in this time because of that, even though they're also getting phased out. But like I appreciated MTV for that reason too, because I was sitting
Damn
there
you,
waiting for my
Spotify.
video to come on, and then I would see 20 other videos. I'm like, oh, I like that song, and they put the name in the corner. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this bitch. Okay, let me write her down.
It's
You know
not
what I
like
mean?
it's
Like
not
it's
an option. I think Netflix has they've got like a channel flipper version, right? That just kind of bumps
They
you
do.
through different content. So it can be
Netflix?
done. I mean, they can design that with any media they want to. Like, question is just how do they make it profitable, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
yeah, but,
question of the day.
That's what everyone's trying to answer at this point.
Make a
I don't think
profit. And MTV wasn't making a profit, and Paramount has been suffering recently. They really have. I mean, I remember we used to work on Paramount. Sabrina and I worked down there like years ago, and they were having problems. Honestly, you would think they've been doing great, but they haven't been, and they just stay alive every year. The pandemic didn't help. Now we have this writer's strike. Like, they got to cut. That's what it is. We
they
got to
have
cut.
Cinegear this year.
Yeah.
June
That makes them,
1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Cinegear. Come
they'll
on
make
down
money off
to
that.
Paramount.
They will. And they rent it out to Elon Musk once in a while. Like, again, the gala, you're supposed to do it like the Chanel gala was today. That I don't know if that happened or not. It was happening when we were live.
Remember what's his nuts had a SpaceX party there? Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Yeah, Muskicles.
He filled the pool. He paid to fill the pool. That's crazy.
It was pretty awesome. It was the best party I've
crazy.
been to at Paramount. But
Yeah,
I haven't
it
been
was
to a lot of
amazing.
parties at Paramount either. So, anyways,
Oh,
but
We've been
Thrown by
to
the
many
wealthiest
rap
man in
parties
the
at
world, that was a
Paramount,
good
to be
party.
fair.
it was great. It was pretty fun.
Hard to believe.
We went to,
yeah.
hold on. You've gone to several parties at Paramount.
I have.
Several.
I have.
Several.
Mike,
And
how
that
many
by far was
parties
the
have you
best.
been to Paramount?
All the parties that I've been at that were thrown by the wealthiest man in the world were not at Paramount.